Hey there, guys. Do you want to get rich? Well, hear me out real quick. I have a parlay. We have to just put like $50 on it and you win $1 million. But you're going to have to hear me out because I'm going to have to convince you why you're going to bet on it and why by the end of next year, but it is going to be by the end of next year, keep that in mind. But by the end of next year, we're all going to be rich. We're all going to be rich, all right? So, DraftKings and other betting apps, maybe, I don't know. They have this thing. You can bet on who's going to be champ in each division by the end of next year. I'm going to walk you through why I think each guy that I picked is going to be champ. And right now, the way that it stands, if you put 50, it's 1.1 million. If you put $20, it's 500K. Yeah. So let's just get it going. I think in the flyweight division, the end of next year, the champion will be Joshua Van. Again, I made this parlay before he fought Royval because I picked him to beat Royval, and I saw this playing out the way that it did. I think he beats Pantoja and then defends one more time, and then he's a champ. Yeah. Pantoja's old. You could say, oh yeah, well, he's been old, but yeah. It's less of an age. It's also age, but it's less of age, more of styles. Van has a style to beat Pantoja. It's the only style to beat Pantoja. You can say, oh, Kaikara France. Well, Kaikara France has no takedown defense, man. He couldn't defend a takedown if his life depended on it. Joshua Van went in there against an undefeated guy, Ray Saruya, and you're like, oh, Ray Saruya is nothing compared to Pantoja. But if you saw what Ray Saruya was doing, like, Ray Saruya is destroying guys. Like, Saruya had a fight before that. Before he fought Van, he had a fight where he just took this guy down with ease and just ragdolled him. Took him down. Good wrestler guy. And Van stuffed all of his takedowns. Pantoja's going to be a little better, but I think Van does enough damage to win at least 3 rounds. At least. I don't think Pantoja could out-damage Van, based on what I've seen, more than 2 rounds. So yeah, we're going to go Van. He's young too. He's not going to move up in weight either. He's going to stay a flyweight because he's a small guy. And I love Van, but it's just not bias. It's just not. He's going to beat Pantoja. He's going to beat Pantoja, and even if he does, who gets to fight Pantoja next? Nobody. Maybe Tyra if he beats Albazi, I guess, but it's a shallow division. They might even run back a Van rematch if it's a really close fight. Who knows, to be honest, but I'm going to go Van. I think Van gets it done. Moving on to the bantamweight division here. I think flyweight was easier than a lot of these. Flyweight's more clear-cut. Because Pantoja's aging, he's on his way out. Van beats him and just holds the belt for a little bit. Because his takedown defense is brick wall. No one can out-damage him on the feed. And, yeah. I thought Royval won round 2, but it was 1-1. But Van got the job done. And he's plus 200, so add that to the parlay. In the second leg, Umar. I have Umar being the champ by the end of next year. I think that one's pretty obvious to me. The way that the UFC is scheduling fights, it seems like they're just desperately trying to look for somebody who Merab hasn't destroyed. Because it doesn't even look like they want to give Jan another Merab fight. Looks like they want McGee to go out there and knock out Jan, which isn't going to happen. I think Jan's going to beat McGee with ease, but it doesn't look like they even really are interested in giving Jan another fight with Merab because he got destroyed. Umar, despite losing to Merab, has the best chance of beating him still. And the UFC just wants to give the guy the best chance to beat Merab, the fight against Merab. So we're going to go with Umar because I think Merab lost to Umar the first fight. I had it Umar rounds 1, 2, and 3. And you could say, no, Umar won the first 3 rounds. It was just Merab showboating. at the end of the third round. Got him the win, and he did win round 4 and 5. Merab did, based on cardio. But I think if Umar slightly improves his cardio, he'll win. I think Jan beats McGee. Merab looks like he's going to fight Corey Sandhagen next, but that's easy money. He beats Corey. I think they make Umar versus Yadong. Umar beats Yadong. Jan beats McGee. Then they're looking at, okay, who fights Merab next, Jan or Umar? Clearly Umar, because Umar did way better. So yeah, Umar beats him and then defends once against Jan, and then he's the champ. Because Umar is just so good, man. Let's move on to featherweight. And this is another one that aged like fine wine. It was Gian Silva. And I picked it before he got scheduled to fight Lopez. I thought he wasn't going to get a big fight like that. I thought he was going to have to fight maybe one more, like a Lerone Murphy, or like a Ortega maybe, or like a something like that. But he's getting the guy who just fought for the belt, so it's clear what they want. And I think what they want is exactly what's going to happen. Gian Silva's going to go out there and knock Lopez out cold. Lopez has been knocked out twice already in his career. Silva knocks him out cold. Then he's lined up for the next title fight. Apparently they're doing Volk versus Yair, which sucks. Volk's going to beat him, so it's Volk. Then they're doing Mavzar versus Pico, which we already knew. I think Holloway is staying up at lightweight. I think that's a permanent move for him. Maybe he comes back down, but no one wants to see him versus Volk 4. So it's clear that they want Silva to knock Lopez out. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just want to finish, but I think it's going to be Silva on the end of that. Mavzar versus Pico, they're dissing Mavzar, and I don't agree with it. I think Mavzar deserves the title fight. I thought he should have fought for the belt over Lopez last time, either way. It looks like it's going to be Mavzar versus Pico, Silva versus Lopez, but then what's going to happen is Volk's going to beat Yair, Silva's going to knock Lopez out, Evloev's going to win a decision against Pico, and they're going to say, okay, do we want Silva or Evloev who only goes to decisions, or Silva who knocks everybody out? I think they'll pass up Evloev. Put Silva in there with Volk. I think Silva knocks Volk out cold. I think Silva beats Evloev, probably knocks him out. And even if they give it to Evloev and make Silva wait, he'll get the fight by the end of next year and he'll be the champ. So let's go. Gian Silva plus 350. Oh, and Umar's plus 300. So let's lock that in. Okay, by the way, the only one with the better odds than Silva is Volk plus 250. Umar's plus 300. Merab's plus 120. And then Pantoja's minus 150. So like all these guys are not champ. They're second behind the incumbent champ. All these guys are second behind the incumbent champ. So this guy is coming in the same spot that it's coming up. Actually, he's third, but it doesn't make sense. So lightweight, Ilya's minus 200 to be champ at the end of next year, which makes sense. Paddy is plus 300, and Arman is plus 400. I'm picking Arman. It's hard to not pick Ilya after what he just did, but I'm going to give 3 reasons why I don't think it's the safest pick, because I think 3 things will happen to Ilya before the end of next year. He will retire. He's talked about retiring by the age of 30. He'll vacate, move up to welterweight and fight Islam, or just to win a belt. Maybe it doesn't have to be Islam, or he'll lose. And I'm not willing on taking that risk, because Arman's not going to. I'm picking Arman, by the way. Arman's not going to retire by the end of next year. He's not going to move up to welterweight. He might lose, but that's 1 out of 3. So give me Arman. I don't know why Paddy has better odds than Arman. It seems like Arman's the clear number 1 contender. It should be Arman versus Ilya next, but apparently it's Ilya versus Paddy. If so, Ilya will knock Paddy out, probably. He'll beat Paddy. Even if Paddy somehow wins, you keep moving forward, and then Arman will still get a title shot before the end of next year. He'll get 1 shot at it. But if he fights Ilya first, then maybe he'll get 2 shots at it. Who knows? And then if Ilya retires and moves up, Arman will get another shot. So I think Arman is most likely getting 1, if he loses, 2 title fights. Because if he loses to Ilya and it's a close fight, and then Ilya beats Paddy or something, then Arman will be next up again for a rematch, just because he's the closest. Lightweight has always been like, oh, it's the best division. There's no guys who you could say could fight for a title right now. Besides if Max Holloway pieces up Poirier, then maybe you let him step in there with Ilya again. Dan Hooker, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. And I think Sarukian has the skills to potentially beat Ilya with his wrestling and his cardio. I could see him gassing Ilya out, taking him down, gassing him out, and maybe finishing him in the later rounds. I think Sarukian's the safest pick to be champ by the end of next year, and that's what I'm rolling with. So let's move on to welterweight. Welterweight, this guy is 7th on the list in terms of odds, and I don't know how. Because what if I told you the guy who has the 7th best odds to be the welterweight champ is the number 1 contender? Yeah, I'm talking about Sean Brady. Sean Brady will be champ by the end of next year. And him at plus 100 or plus 1,000 is a crime. Sarukian's plus 400, by the way. Plus 1,000 for Brady, the number 1 contender. The hungry number 1 contender who's ragdolling everybody, just beat Craig Jones in a grappling match, is plus 1,000 to be the champ by the end of next year. That's crazy to me. So what they're doing at welterweight, the best odds is Islam. So it looks like it's Islam versus JDM. Okay? Islam beats JDM. Then, in the meantime, you either make Brady versus Usman or Brady versus Ian Gary. And then whoever wins is the number 1 contender. Shavkat, I think, lost his opportunity. And it sucks because Bilal pulled out in December, and then Shavkat pulled out in, April when Bilal fought JDM? Anyways, Shavkat, I feel bad because Bilal pulled out the first time, but you blew it. I mean, Shavkat's only fights once a year either way. Brady's the more active guy. Brady finishing Ian Gary, which I think he would do, or dominantly beating Kamaru Usman, which I think he would do, will sit well with the fans. The fans will say, okay, this guy, give him the next title shot over Shavkat, who hasn't fought. By that time, it'll be like a year. Who fights like once a year? Brady fights Islam, maybe. Or maybe Islam just retires after he wins the belt. I think that's a good possibility. Islam retires after winning the belt. Maybe you make Brady versus Shavkat for the vacant belt. I don't know. Either way, Brady is the number 1 contender. The fact that he's 7th in the odds plus 1,000 is crazy to me because I don't see him losing to anybody. The only person who he might lose to is Islam. Islam might beat him, but I think Islam might retire. Brady beats Gary. Brady beats Morales. He beats JDM. He beats Usman. He beats Shavkat. Islam's moving up too, so maybe Brady ragdolls him. Who knows, man? Who knows? Brady will be champ by the end of next year. Let's go. Let's move on. This guy's the favorite, and he's not even the champ yet at middleweight. Khamzat Chimaev will be the champ at middleweight by the end of next year. Khamzat is just way better than everybody. What he did to Whitaker shocked me. What he did to Usman was a little I was disappointed by the Usman fight. But then what Usman just did to Buckley showed me why there was no reason to be disappointed in Khamzat. Because Usman's wrestling is something else. And Khamzat almost got him out of there. He 10-8'd him in the first round on the ground. Khamzat will do that to Duplessis. He'll take him down and submit him in the first round. And he'll take everybody down in the first round and submit them. There's not a single person in the middleweight division who he doesn't take down and submit in the first round. And Duplessis probably has a best chance of not being that guy. RDR, maybe he doesn't take down and submit RDR. Actually, I think he does. Probably. Maybe ground and pound, TKO. But either way, his striking is way better than RDR. Khamzat will run through the division. I mean, he's not losing. He's taking down everybody, submitting them in the first or second round. And I can't pick against that. I can't pick. Okay, one second, I see it. There's a spider over there. Sorry. So yeah, Khamzat minus 110. and I'm going to 319. That's going to be so much fun. Hamzat will beat Duplessis. Even if not, I think he might get another title shot by the end of next year. So let's go Hamzat. Let's go. Moving on. Light heavyweight. It's an easy pick for me. It's going to be Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev has already said he has no interest in moving up to heavyweight. He says he wants to just dominate light heavyweight for a while, and I'm cool with that for my parlay because I think he will. If they make the Pereira rematch, he'll beat Pereira again. I don't think Pereira can beat him. I don't think Yuri can beat him. I think Yuri can maybe knock him out. Maybe. Because Yuri is very powerful. With Alex, it's more of an age thing. Yuri could knock Magomed out, but Magomed most likely just pieces him up and probably gets him out of there. Khalil Roundtree, I mean, Magomed will beat Roundtree. He'll beat Olberg. Like, these guys are just going to have nothing for him, and Ankalaev will be champ by the end of next year for sure. Plus 140. Oh, and Hamzat's minus 110, by the way. Tom Aspinall will be the champ at heavyweight. This one is just kind of self-explanatory. If you know anything about fighting, the second best odds are like Gane, then Almeida, and then Blades. Come on, Blades has the fourth best odds. Aspinall's already beat all these guys anyways. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think they wanted Kuniev to beat Blades and then get like a title shot. That didn't work out. Aspinall will beat Gane with ease. Aspinall would knock Gane out easily. Knock Almeida out. I mean, Aspinall's not losing. Aspinall's not losing unless it's like unless he gets another like freak injury and he has to vacate. Aspinall's not losing. To me, all of these seem like locks. I mean, I think all these guys are going to get their title shots. All these guys are either the number one contender or lined up for the next title fight. Except for two guys, Umar and Silva, who I think are 1 win away. So they're either 1 win away from the title fight, the number one contender, or they're in the title fight. All these guys. Or they are the champion. The only two guys that are champion right now are Aspinall and Ankalaev, which I like because, you know, these divisions, there are a lot of turnover. I know, like, the best odds are going to be the guys who are champ right now, but that's just kind of biased, and I don't think that's how it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, definitely confident in this parlay. The only leg, no, I'm confident. I think it's the safest parlay based on how good these guys are. If you put 50 on it, it's 1.1 million. 20 is 460,000. I'm just trying to make y'all some money, so go put that in. Put it in, put $20 on it, and we'll all ride it together. If you like my reasoning and you agree with it, put it on there. Even if you don't, just put it on there for fun and then just thank me later because we're all going to be rich. Yeah. I wonder what the odds would be for Ilya versus Paddy Pimblett. Oh, I see. Yeah, Ilya's minus 625 against Paddy. In a potential, if that's the one that they make. Yeah. I mean that makes sense, I guess. Like, yeah. Anyways, that's my parlay, and thank you guys for watching.